Officials told Eyewitness News this. Amtrak, which owns on how this is all happening again, begin with John Del Giorno in News Chopper 7.
And good morning.
Eyewitness News.
Oh, Marcus, really hope that these employers are watching right now.
Are understanding.
And we'll have some mercy on them.
Yeah.
Thank you for that. This problem reverberating through the entire metro area transit system.
We have all been there. We know how frustrating it is. There are ripple effects, so Lindsay Tuckman has been monitoring those ripple effects. So what's the latest, Lindsay?
Yeah, guys, the morning started off so well, didn't it? We had no problems this morning. We thought maybe we'd make it through, but we did not. Here's what it'll look like. If you really need to get out the door, I'd suggest not taking the train right now if you have that option, because Amtrak right now, they're saying up to 60-minute delays in and out of Penn Station on Northeast Corridor, but some trains are still being canceled or terminated early. As for New Jersey Transit, all lines right now, it does appear to be limited service, as we just saw from Newscopter 7 in and out of Penn Station. But again, you're not going to get where you were going when you thought you were going to get there. Metro North service is still suspended in and out of Penn Station. And then on Amtrak also, Empire service is suspended between Yonkers and Penn Station. Your alternate option for that is to take Metro North. That is still an option into Grand Central. As for all these other ones, either wait until later, see if it resumes after noon, or you can take a bus, you can drive, or you can stay home. If you do choose to drive, this is what the George Washington Bridge looks like right now. It's
People just get frustrated, but then you have to deal with this heat on top of all of that.
Ouch. And we were talking this morning about how many people are trying to get to the shore if they're lucky enough to not have to work today, and then they're dealing with this problem too, because when you have this kind of heat and humidity, you got to a water main break in New Jersey. It happened Wednesday morning at 21st Avenue and Spring Street in Patterson. All water for drinking, cooking, making ice.
All right, coming up, it's Free Money Friday. Danny, have you heard of?
Head to the beach. Officials from New York State Parks say they're ready for all of the swimmers. Beaches are fully staffed with lifeguards.
Any possible shark sightings this season? Remember, there was a string of them last year, so they're precautionary this year. New York State officials, they say, said this today on GMA 3.
Drones have been our eyes in the sky, as they say.
It's hard to run from with an air quality alert in effect. The heat and humidity can't escape it as the heat actually peaks today. Wanted to give you a look at the beach forecast both today and tomorrow. It really is the place to be, with even our beaches topping out in the 80s. Hopefully that sea breeze kicks in this afternoon, keeping it a little more comfortable, but definitely don't forget the sunscreen and don't forget the water. Here's a live look outside at Asbury Park right now. So obviously a lot of people already getting the message. We're watching air quality, although right now not looking too bad. Moderate category at 61. Air temperature already at 83. Most of us are under this air quality alert throughout the day. At times we could see that sneak into the unhealthy for sensitive groups category. Keep that in mind if you do have any respiratory issues. We'll be monitoring that throughout the day. Also watching temperatures closely. That is the weather headline. Today is the hottest day of the week. This heat is peaking today. It's an AccuWeather alert day because of that, and our heat index values are a huge story. Air temperature is hot enough. We're already to 86 at Whitestone, Rockaway Beach at 85, Gravesend at 88 degrees right now, 83 in the park, 90 degrees already at 10:17 in the morning for Newark, 86 in Belmar, and then you factor in that heat index, and it feels like 92 in Morristown this morning, feels like 90 in Sussex and Newburgh already, feels like 90 in Islip, and we'll continue to see that heat index climb throughout the day. This is where we're looking at that heat index peaking this afternoon. Anywhere from 95 to about 100 degrees is what it will actually feel like for the majority of the area. This is the kind of serious heat that you do have to plan around, limit that time outside, drink plenty of water. I know we felt that heat build throughout the week. It's peaking today. It is the hottest day of the week. So the heat advisory now, including the 5 boroughs. The only place it doesn't include looks like Suffolk and Nassau counties. Again, head to the beach if you're trying to stay cool. High pressure still in control of the forecast. It's what's turning up the temperature. It's what's leading to these air quality issues. Eventually, just given the humidity, we'll get a few thunderstorms firing up as we head into this afternoon. And with that, it brings a level 1 marginal risk for severe weather north of the city. That just means that the storms that do develop have the potential to pack a punch. Watching gusty wind and some small hail within the thunderstorms that do develop. Until then, mix of sun and clouds through this afternoon. The thunderstorm threat today favors areas north of the city, and it will still be quite hit or miss. Heat, though, that's the main weather headline, and there's no area that's really safe from the heat today. Impacts all of us. Any thunderstorms that do develop will settle down once the sun sets tonight. Should be mostly quiet into tomorrow morning. Could start the day tomorrow with some low cloud cover given the humidity, but it's a similar setup today, where the first half of the day is dry in terms of any rain radar activity, and the second half of the day brings in these spotty thunderstorms. It looks like tomorrow's coverage is a little more impressive, so slightly higher chance that you could be impacted by one of those storms throughout the day tomorrow, where today it's still pretty hit or miss. You see that hour by hour. Highs today peaking in the mid-90s. That's air temperature. Our heat index upper 90s, closer to the triple digits. That's what you got to plan for, because that is what your body's actually reading. It is an AccuWeather alert day due to the heat today. It is serious business with this heating trend peaking for your Friday. Now this weekend, it's not really relief from the heat. It's still awfully hot and humid. Highs upper 80s, low 90s, but we should come in a couple degrees cooler than today, thanks to a sea breeze kicking in. The spotty thunderstorm threat lingers this weekend as well. But man, it has been a warm stretch.
Look at this.
We don't really move much as we move throughout the 7-day forecast. Starting to see hints of the heat breaking end of next week, but gosh, until then, it's steamy.
All right, buckle up, y'all. Right? It's not getting its grips off of us just yet. I'm not the biggest sports follower.
Oh, but
I'll admit.
But you know,
a little something.
Yes.
WNBA rookie Angel Reese, you know what I'm talking about. She made history last night. She recorded a double-double last night with 16 points and a season-high 18 rebounds as her Chicago Sky beat the Dallas Wings. So good. And that is her 7th straight game with a double-double, which you were saying is what makes this so special. No, you explained it to me, which is the most by a rookie in league history. She surpassed a record held by Queens native Tina Charles and Cindy Brown.
It's super exciting, obviously, for myself, and I try to give myself some grace and tell myself I'm doing a good job, but I have so much more to grow, and I'm just excited to be in this league and just excited to win some more.
That's the thing. She's only going to get better.
Yes.
Like, she's doing this as a rookie, getting double-doubles. She's only going to get better. She only needs 5 more to set the league record, which is 12.
Amazing.
Doable.
It's doable. It's only 5 games. Candace Parker, who's a legend in the league, she retired this year. She holds a record at 12. So I think Angel Reese can do it. But I love seeing what her, Caitlin Clark, Cameron Brink you were talking about.
We were talking, so devastated over her injury, but I know she'll be back and better than ever. This rookie class has been so fun to root for.
I just love all this WNBA news.
Me too.
Keep it coming. Coming up, the new social media protections now in place.
Yeah,
It is Free Money Friday. Coming up, we're going to tell you how to make top dollar and to reset your buying habits and revolutionize your budget.
Action online than they had yesterday.
Yeah, Governor Hochul signing a pair of bills into law which restrict addictive algorithms and data collection when it comes to kids on social media.
Yeah, for many parents and teachers, they say this has been a long time coming. Eyewitness News reporter Lauren Glassberg has a story.
Have been murdered with guns involving domestic violence. Last year, over 19.
The high heat outside, which could turn into the hottest day of the year thus far. First, though, we want to check in with John Del Giorno, Newscopter 7, on that commuter alert. What's the latest, John? For that, John. Let's bring in Lindsay Tuckman now with another update for us, because Lindsay, you heard some of those commuters just saying there's like no way out of this. We have no choice but to deal with this.
No, especially if you were already on the train when it happened or already at the station. And also the communication has not been the best. It's a little complicated. So I hope I can help a little bit. Let's take a look at what the delays are at this moment. Specifically when it's Amtrak, we're looking at about 60 minutes of delays in and out of Penn Station, up to 60 minutes. If you are brave enough and you do decide to drive down to the shore this weekend, you're going to want to be careful because of the hot weather too. So that's something you also want to be thinking about. If you are doing that long ride, you maybe want to pack an emergency kit if you do have any troubles. That thing includes things like a phone charger. You definitely want one that you can plug into the car and one that you can plug into a wall somewhere. Jumper cables, of course, don't forget that. Flashlight and drinking water. And snacks. Don't forget water. Anywhere today. On the train too. If you're on the train, bring a water bottle.
You just think about New Jersey to increase prices. On July 1st, by 15%, New Jersey Transit charging customers more. You wonder, are these issues going to be solved? Is this going to continue to be a problem when you're charging more money? So I mean, you heard it from passengers yesterday saying they're frustrated with that. Also, of course, it being so hot inside the stations.
Yes. Okay, yesterday you were on Mornings at 10 talking about the
hot subways.
And I got in one of those knowing
You did?
yesterday because we were talking about the Phantom.
You wanted
hot
to
car.
see it.
I got stuck in one of those, and I thought, man, this could be dangerous if you're stuck in this for a long time. So I would just take the water no matter what your plans are, no matter where you're going today, so that you're covered. I want to get you outside. This is where everyone wants to be today, taking a live look here at Asbury Park. I hope none of these people called in sick to go to the beach because we're right now in the upper 50s, so really not too bad, but still watching this air quality alert with the potential for that air quality to build and decrease to the unhealthy for sensitive groups category throughout the day. We'll watch that closely. Also watching numbers, check out Gravesend, already to 90 degrees at 10:41 in the morning, 84 right now in Fordham. We're at 90 for Newark, 85 for Wrightstown, 86 for Islip, 83 in White Plains. Factor in the humidity, this is what it feels like. Heat index already to 92 in Morristown, already to 90 for Belmar, feels like mid-80s in Central Park, feels like 90 degrees in Newburgh and Sussex. This is why it's so dangerous. As we head into this afternoon, our heat index will hover between 95 and 100 degrees for the majority of the area. It's really hard to find a place to escape the heat unless you are far out east. Even down the shore, heat indices are in the mid to upper 90s today. So that is steamy and could be potentially dangerous if you're not equipped to handle the heat. Take breaks in the shade, stay hydrated today, and limit that time outside if you can. Heat advisory across the area, including the 5 boroughs for today. High pressure is still in control of the forecast. It's the reason for the heat. It's the reason for the potential for air quality issues, and it is going to hold steady as we head into the weekend here. We're watching a front that's going to help to spark up some thunderstorms today, some of which could be strong. A marginal level 1 risk for severe weather north of New York City. The storms that develop the second half of the day, as you see, are more hit or miss. It's nothing widespread or consistent, but they do have the potential to be strong. We're looking for gusty wind, maybe some small hail, as well as some lightning and downpours within the thunderstorms that develop. So that's the second half of your Friday. Most of us through early afternoon stay dry under that mix of sun and clouds, and then north of the city, a few hit or miss thunderstorms late afternoon into this evening. We should settle down through the overnight hours, and then tomorrow's a similar setup. Maybe some low clouds to start given how humid it is, but the first half of your Saturday is mostly dry, mix of sun and clouds, steamy with the hot conditions sticking around for tomorrow. And then tomorrow afternoon, the scattered thunderstorms redevelop. Tomorrow's coverage looks a little more get caught in one of those spotty thunderstorms tomorrow as compared to today, but just know the potential is there both days. Here's the hour. Temperatures move much through the weekend into the beginning of next week. It's hot, it's humid, scattered thunderstorms. It's summer, and you're feeling it.
I'm so glad you reminded folks, though. This is dangerous.
It can be, yeah, if you're not prepared.
So heed the warnings.
Up next, Nina Pineda joins us for Free Money Friday.
Have you heard of the No Spend Challenge? This is a viral trend to reset your buying habits and revolutionize your budget. Plus, it's Free Money Friday.
Popeyes finally has wings in 6 flavors.
Nina Pineda, she's here now. Please help us get started. Pump in the brakes.
When I bring this up, people get this actual panic, like fear in your eyes.
Terrified.
That's why it's called a challenge, people. All right? Some people claim, with the exception of necessities like buying food or spending on bills, of course, your rent, they're not going to buy anything new for an entire year. Okay, that's a little extreme, but the challenge is stop unnecessary spendings, and to succeed, start small. Try to get through half a day, like 12 hours. And then make your don't need.
Do you think that your kids could survive a no spend challenge?
No way.
There's no way. I think that you would have to be really smart about what you buy and really careful of the product you use.
Would you try a no spend challenge for your
Yeah, I think it'd be great.
Well, how come?
Because I think you need to learn to budget. You need to learn that you don't need everything that you see. Because, you never know when you're not going to have any money, right? You have to learn to be able to have self-control.
Do you think you would survive?
I have to. I'm in college, so I don't have a choice.
She said,
that's so funny.
Yeah, she said she saves like $200 a week by only cooking at home.
Wow.
But she's in school in Texas. So imagine if you didn't go out to restaurants in the tri-state area.
Yeah.
That's like a tuition or mortgage payment that you would save.
For real.
Yeah, right?
I love the realness, and I love, Nina, that you printed this out for us.
Everybody gets a copy.
This is nice. The no spend challenge printed out.
Yes.
And why am I in red?
And we put, well, you know why you're in red. We put a free downloadable link for everyone at home that they can screenshot this or print it out, especially some people watching at 6. Ask me where the link was. So go to ABC7NY.
Day 5 is kind of mixed for you.
I know. Well, this was my challenge. Red is where I didn't succeed.
Oh, didn't succeed?
Yeah.
Right,
What's
that's
the
what
half day?
means.
You did it
The
for
half
12
day,
hours.
I did it for 12 hours.
If I just
Right.
sleep for 12 hours, I might be able to do it.
Yeah, well, that's,
Oh, wow, just leave it up.
Yeah, just leave it up.
That's also a challenge.
Every day I'm trying not to spend, so every day I'm doing the no spend challenge. I just fail every day because it's so expensive.
Yeah, and you know when you can really not spend is when you have nothing in your bank account. That helps.
Wow.
People with nothing in their bank accounts are usually teens and preteens. And we heard in that SOT there that, you know, the teens were like, no, I don't want to do this no spend challenge. Parents are excited about it. So how do parents, I guess, convince their teens to open up about this?
It's a good question. Tell them to go, you know, shopping in their own closets first. Take out everything that they're not using,
Smart.
you know, facial, skincare, makeup, and use that first. And then tell them to look in their closets for stuff that they can actually sell. Take a look. Multitude of websites and apps where you can turn your closet into free money. Clothing, shoes, accessories you no longer want. Depop, Poshmark, Vinted, ThredUp, Curtsy, they all work a little differently. Some will pick up your items and send you a bag to ship them off. Then they'll be evaluated. You'll get an estimate. Then you can either take that offer or turn it down. And then some you post your own item and then sell it to the highest bidder. And then you ship it off yourself to the buyer. What's wonderful is right now there's a lot of emphasis on sustainability. We have seen all that video and all those pictures of the beaches, you know, filled with fast fashion and clothes. Yeah. It's important to know that when you're upcycling, you're really doing something great for the environment, and shopping secondhand means consuming less and wasting less.
It's so much better in terms of sustainability, but also it means a circular economy. So it's not even bad for the economy because it just closes the loop on where you're spending the money. And the other side of that loop is the people selling. I love selling clothes.
She's obviously a scientist.
Yes,
right?
I am.
Because she knows
the way she broke that down.
I know. And that wasn't even scripted.
No, that was just me going on a nerdy rampage. It sure was, Dana. No, okay, so selling clothes.
It's important,
It's important, but it's tough because they only take particular things. Do you have any tips on buying and selling?
You want to make sure you stay on the site. This is really, really imperative because if you go off the site and start communicating with people, you can get scammed. So stay on the site because they'll give you protections, Poshmark, ThredUp, for shipping, and they'll also give you protections for exchange of money. And because the last thing you want to do on Free Money Friday is waste money.
It's waste money.
Right?
That's un-American.
I would imagine they authenticate some of the stuff too, depending on certain sites. Probably authenticate if your selling is actually what you're.
Right, and you want to make sure the photography looks good, and then kind of more is more. My Poshmark account I just started has like 5 items on it. My interns are helping me kind of do an experiment and sell some stuff.
That's how
we're going to beef it up because the more you see good reviews and that you're buying and selling, you're reliable. People said I got this, and it was what the quality you mentioned. The better you're going to do.
Okay, well I'm looking up your Poshmark, and I'm
definitely.
Because you know it's good stuff. You already know it's good stuff.
Next week.
Today's already red. I'm buying her clothes. And if your day's already red and you're already spending money, let's spend a little more. It's time for our segment, ABC Secret Sales, where we round up exclusive limited time deals. This week, it's all about personal safety essentials on sale. So Sam and I highlight some of the best products to shop right now. It's time for an
New York's #1 news, Channel 7 Eyewitness News.
Down trees, power outages, and injuries. Fierce storms leaving a mark across the tri-state area overnight. In New Jersey, a man critically hurt when a tree fell in his backyard.
And in Queens, 3 people were injured when a tree fell on top of a car. The aftermath also causing problems for commuters.
We have team coverage this morning. Heather O'Rourke is helping you out with your trouble spots. Tony Yates and Phil Tate.
Improving just as New York City pools open for the summer. Meteorologist Dani Beckstrom is in Astoria for weather in your neighborhood, and we sent Dani to the pool of all pools.
Yeah, Charlene, the storm has moved on. The clouds are trying to break, and that means we're headed to the pool. Weather in your neighborhood this morning is live in Astoria, Queens, at the largest public pool in New York City. Public pools are opening today at 11 o'clock, and I know a lot of people are ready. We'll have the forecast and all of the fun live this morning.
Awesome, Dani. That pool means so much to the people in that community. We're going to check in with you again in just a bit. But first, let's get the AccuWeather forecast, shall we?
Yeah, Brittany Bell is standing by. Brittany.
And thankfully, the weather will be nice. We're going to the pool later.
Yeah, this pool is mega. Meteorologist Dani Beckstrom is live in Astoria for weather in your neighborhood. And Dani, when they say location, 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 they were talking about Astoria Pool because that is a beautiful backdrop, my friend.
I I couldn't believe it, Shirlene and Pedro. As we pulled up this morning, not only is this pool spectacular, but we came out onto the pool deck and we got this view behind us. I mean, does it get better than this? The storm is moving on. The clouds are starting to break, and although it is a little on the humid side, I can feel that breeze picking up, delivering drier air, which means a picture-perfect pool day for the official opening day of New York City public pools. We've talked about here the pool in Astoria is the largest public pool in New York City, but we've got 50 of them across the 5 boroughs. 50 public pools all opening today in New York City at 11 o'clock this morning. So it is still quiet out here. We've got the birds chirping. We have people walking the dog this morning, but give us about 5 hours and this pool is going to look a whole lot busier. I know the birds chirping will turn into kids giggling, and it is going to be such a beautiful day. So let's talk stats. 50 public pools in New York City opening today at 11 o'clock. They close at 7 p.m., but keep in mind between the hours of 3 and 4 in the afternoon, they do close for cleaning, which is good given how many people are going to be taking advantage. These pools stay open through September 8th. So the breakdown borough by borough, we have 13 public pools in Manhattan, 14 in Brooklyn, 7 in Queens, 9 in the Bronx, and 7 on Staten Island. And the city has put a lot of resources, a lot of funding into making these pools the place to be, specifically this pool here in Astoria. But I know a lot of people are excited about that, and one person especially excited, Mayor Eric Adams. It's so good to see these pools in pristine condition. Again, it's opening day today. They're open through September 8th. Public pools officially open at 11 o'clock. So get the sunscreen and swimsuits ready. Now, the storm last night seemed to have blown a few leaves into the tree behind me, but we've been talking to the Parks Department. They have people coming out ready to clean the pools so that they are perfect as you head this direction at 11 o'clock this morning. We'll have plenty more coming up from weather in your neighborhood in Astoria. But for now, I'll send it back to you, Pedro and Shirlene.
Oh, I'm so glad it cleared out in time. People have been waiting for this pool to reopen for so long.
That's the place to be. That's the place to be. Thank you, Dani. Now you can head to ABC7.
So, Dani, just great weather for the pools, the opening of the pools. Question for you. Did you get a chance to put your toes in the water yet?
Not yet, Brittany, but it is the first thing on my to-do list. As soon as we're done here, I'm so excited about the dropping dew point because it's my one complaint this morning. It's definitely feeling sticky, but seeing your dew point forecast there, it is headed the right direction just in time for people to head out here. Again, we're at the largest public pool in New York City, so let's get you your pool planner. This is what you got to plan on as we head into this afternoon. Temperatures warm nicely. We'll jump to the low to mid 80s as the cloud cover clears, as Brittany's been showing us. This pool opens up at 11 o'clock this morning, and we expect temperatures to be in the upper 70s at that point. It'll stay open through the afternoon, mid 80s, sunny skies, dry conditions, and low humidity sounds just about right. But please watch that UV index today at a 9, which is considered very high. Strongest UV rays between 11 a.m. and 2 p.m. So at the public pools. Brittany, I'll send it back to you.
And great timing. So tonight, staying clear, temperatures in the 60s.
The opening of New York City public pools. Meteorologist Dani Beckstrom is back with a lot beginning to improve in time for the opening of New York City public pools. That includes Astoria Pool, which has been closed for renovations. Well, the renovations are over, and that's where meteorologist Dani Beckstrom is live for us this morning for weather in your neighborhood. Dani.
That's right, Pedro. The storms moved on just in time, leaving us with a beautiful opening day. After this pool here in Astoria has been closed for the past 2 years for renovations, it is the largest public pool in New York City, one of 50 opening today. Pool's open at 11 o'clock, and we'll be here for all the fun. More details and the forecast from weather in your neighborhood coming up.
Oh, Dani, those aerial views are next level where you are. We're going to check in with you in just a bit. But first, meteorologist Brittany Bell and that AccuWeather forecast. I can't believe it is going to be a pool day.
It is. Even though it's so cloudy right now, it's shaping up to be a really nice Thursday with more
debate where there was a lot of
including Astoria Pool. The city's biggest reopens after a major renovation. That's where we find meteorologist Dani Beckstrom there with weather in your neighborhood. Dani, you have the assignment of the morning. Easy to say that.
I know, I got lucky here, not just with the assignment, but with the timing of last night's storms, right? Those are moving on. The clouds are beginning to break, and it is going to be a beautiful day for the opening day of all 50 New York City public pools. We're here in Astoria, weather in your neighborhood. As you mentioned, this is the largest public pool in New York City, and they just reopened after 2 years being closed for a renovation. They put $19 million into upgrades here. We're talking new gutters and deck, new filtration system, new chemical treatment systems, for the largest public pool in New York City. It holds 1 million gallons of water and is the size of a football field, which is good because we got a lot of people wanting to head this direction today. This pool opened July 4th of 1936, one of 11 pools that opened at that time, and actually hosted Olympic trials for decades now. And I know a lot of people are looking forward to opening day today for all the festivities, and good for us. Lucky for us, we do have nice weather. So for that, I'll send it over to Brittany. What are we looking at today, Brittany?
Well, that's right. Things are already improving, Dani. So we have most of the rain.
I'm meteorologist Dani Beckstrom with weather in your neighborhood. Live in Astoria, Queens this morning at the largest public pool in New York City. All 50 public pools open today at 11 a.m. We've got the perfect forecast for it. So let's look at that pool planner. Our temperature is in the 60s now, climbing to the 80s this afternoon as the cloud cover clears and the dew points drop, so it just gets better and better. Really, a picture
was incredible. So that cell was really strong with 60 miles.
Well, you just heard from Ginger. The last night's storms moved on, leaving us with picture-perfect conditions for a pool day. New York City pool is officially opening for the season at 11 a.m. Right now, temperatures are in the upper 60s, low 70s, already to 70 in Belmar. Last night's storms have moved out, and now we're seeing sunshine. Temperatures warming up quickly. We're at 68 in Central Park, 71 in Newark. Here's a look at the planner. Our highs today.
Charlesworth, Pedro Rivera, and Dani Beckstrom.
Saturday and Sunday, sunshine.
Weekend mornings on Channel 7 Eyewitness News.
What am I looking?
Luckiest one of us this morning. We are now 48 minutes from the official start of pool season in New York City. I'm sitting here by the lifeguard tower. Don't worry, these will be fully staffed. I asked if I could climb in, and I was given a hard no. And you know what? The mayor's here with the security team, so I'm not breaking the rules. And I mentioned, okay, the mayor's here. We've got a band playing. The excitement, you can feel it. The line is already starting out front. We'll have much more from the pool here in Astoria, and a look at some of the other pools opening across the 5 boroughs coming up. 7 on Staten Island. All 50 of those open today at 11 o'clock until 7 p.m. with that afternoon break today through September 8th. So we've got a couple months of this, and I think we're all just feeling so lucky this morning for such a spectacular forecast. And this particular pool has quite a bit of fanfare because the mayor is out here with a press conference. He's speaking right now, kind of getting that excitement started. And as I mentioned, the line is already started out front. So we're all good here in the pool, that's for sure. I got the lucky assignment of the day. And I'll have that pool planner coming up for you in just a few minutes. But yeah, I bet all of you guys would want to trade me spots on this first day.
Are we allowed in? Do we get VIP?
Right.
Do we get VIP with you there?
Absolutely.
Do you get us in front of the line?
I'll sneak in the back entrance. Yeah, if they don't kick me out first, which is not out of the realm of possibility after I tried to climb the lifeguard tower, I'll let you guys in the back.
So I also see the chairs that are back there. So if you could just save us 3 chairs, because those are going to be gone in short order as soon as that. Dani, I have a list. I mean, I got. But
you have a list? There are even sunscreen stations. There are sunscreen bottles.
How did you know
I'm
it was
sure
on my
someone will
list?
help you with that, Sam.
I love that. And Dani, hang with us because I believe, are we doing it in this weather?
Because I'm busy, Sam.
Okay. All right.
Okay, Dani.
Okay.
Don't work too hard. Don't work too hard, Dani.
Yes,
Thank
ma'am.
you.
Looking good.
Note taken. So let's do full weather. We won't disturb Dani until she's had 30 minutes in the pool at least. Go ahead.
Remember, you can always head to abc7ny.com for all the information you need on all the pools that are open. She went through a list of a bunch of them, so you can check them out. You can find out where your local
job on the planet to be a lifeguard. When I
never did it.
Coolest job. You get to sit in the chair. You have to perfect the whistle swing.
You're sitting there.
Yeah, it's a 2-finger whistle swing with the rope. You got to perfect that.
Do you think you still got it?
I don't know, but maybe I should give it. Maybe I should.
Probably like riding a bike. You do it once, you learn it.
Do they have senior lifeguards?
You know what?
All right,
always.
Let's get going. We'll show you what it looks like. We start with what a beautiful air quality right now. We held those kids from jumping in the pool. I don't feel like we should hold Dani.
Let's not.
Dani's ready.
Let's check in with our teammate.
Now the umbrella.
Really,
okay.
Dani?
All right.
So If Sam Champion suggests something, you know I'm going to follow through. He said, what about a little chaise lounge? And I said, absolutely, let's order it. We even have our Channel 7 umbrella. So this is what you can look forward to if you are heading out to the pool. And if you're heading here early to snag one, I'm saving this one for you, Sam. Don't you worry.
All right.
Again, what we're talking about here is the 50 New York City public pools opening today. We're talking at 11 o'clock. We're just, 20-so minutes away? And we are so excited. You saw the kids jump in the pool here in Astoria. This is the largest public pool in New York City, but it's also been closed for 2 years due to a renovation. They put $19 million into making this pool the place to be. But of course, in order for people to come out and enjoy, they got to do it so safely. There are about the city's maybe struggle to get those lifeguards. We are fully staffed. We've talked about that on this show with Sue Donahue, and it's something that Mayor Eric Adams touched on earlier today as well. Yeah, again, that is something that we've talked a lot about on Mornings at 10. So it's so good to hear that they have the lifeguards that they need to make the New York City public pools really the place to be this summer. Opens at 11 o'clock until 7 p.m. They are closed from 3 to 4 for cleaning each afternoon. But this is a free place for you to come enjoy the hot summer months. And today could not be better. Want to get you a look at that pool planner. I know last night those strong, severe thunderstorms that Sam's been talking about all morning long, but it left behind just spectacular pool conditions today. We are heating up quickly, and our highs today climb to the mid-80s under abundant sunshine with lowering humidity, and that is what I'm most looking forward to today. Those 50 public pools opening up today, and as I mentioned earlier, they also have sunscreen here at the pool, so everything you need for that perfect pool day. And Sam, you delivered on these great
To butter me up, Dani Beckstrom. I can't. This is Dani's world. I really just carry Dani's stuff around.
I feel like it would not be fair if we don't tell the people that when they get to the pool, they're not getting that Channel 7
right.
umbrella.
Yeah, that ain't free. Yeah. That ain't free.
They're not getting that one.
The chair you can have. The umbrella, no.
Not so much.
I know. You should be able to order them on our website, though. I'm just saying. You can't do it yet, but you should. Just throwing it out there. Honestly, so I do neighborhood weather, and there's a heat alert and an air quality alert, and it's brutal. Dani does it, and it's the best day of the year.
And she's by a pool.
Right, and she's by.
This is true.
How do I get to be more like Dani?
No, and tomorrow's
we are right now. So
live in Astoria. Andrew, this is my happy place. Astoria Pool is almost 100 years old, but she never looked so good. She just got a facelift to the tune of $19 million, which is such great news to...
Ready? 1, 2, 3.
The target is right around $850. Turning to the chair, got a $1,000 bonus. The mayor says for many city pools are, and all the leaves blew back into the pool. When we came here this morning at 10 o'clock, he was literally in his shorts and tank top, walking in the pool, hand grabbing the leaves. As for the pools here in the city, they are open from 11 to 3. An hour, they have to be cleaned, and then they're open for 4 to 7. The best part, they are all free. For now, we're live in Astoria. Kimberly Richardson, Channel 7 Eyewitness News.
Looks refreshing. Thank you, Kimberly. New at noon, the New York City Department of Transportation says it will reduce speed limits.
True or false? I'm co-hosting a new trivia game with Gina Rodriguez.
True. True or false? It's coming to ABC.
True. You don't have to be a know-it-all to win it all.
That was my line.
Gina!
Yeah, that's what it was like. I know you remember. A video shows some of the lightning from last night's strong storms. This was taken on the Upper West Side. And then this video captured from one of our trade. Look at that. Holy cow.
Yeah, I think that happens often, right? Empire and World Trade, they're so high. Last night was